Hello YouTube, you join me mid-save when winter is upon me. I'm playing Dwarf Fortress, I'm the Scoundrel M, we have viewers watching live called the Liveys. There's apparently 19 of them, but I suspect a goodly number of them are bots. We'll see what happens. There's definitely a few humans in there, and if they aren't, then they're passing the Turing test, and in which case, congratulations, well done. Anyway, let's have a look at what's going on in chat while we wait for the save. Rando303 is telling me to remember to start recording and saying he is a bot. Oh my goodness. The Iowan bot. That sounds like some kind of earthwork structure or what are they called? Henge. Some kind of henge. You know what? I always thought, for some stupid reason, up until recently, I always thought that it was only in Europe where you got like these old megalithic structures and henges. And now, of course, I realise that America was not empty before Europeans came to it and started the whole United States of America gig. They were actually loads and millions upon millions of people there who, of course, discovered henge technology on their own. What an arse. Although, apparently the record for North America is fairly shallow compared to the depth of other areas because an enormous glacier ground across it and took everything away. Amazing. Amazing. Orchimedes is indeed an orc mech boy. Mechbot in it. And there we go. And another link there in chat from the bot. Be careful with that link. Needs more dagger. Turing test pass. Next the world. That's right, Virtual Spaceman. It's going to be all about the Westworld style Turing test shit. The magma glass furnace is not being built, but we now have a magma forge, which tells me that it makes sense for us to build some kind of armour. So, let's see what we can do. Armour. Beautiful. We've got a legendary armourer, so we're going to do that. What materials? Do we have all these materials? I don't think we do. I definitely don't have booming and faceted metal, or frosty metal, or flickering, or multicoloured flashing clear, or whatever. I think we might have some copper. This is where the bars are. What have we got in here? Sandwood pear bin. Okay, let's click there. Press V for view. Enter for view. What are the contents of this bad boy? V? No, it's a finely crafted wooden pear wood bin. No, it doesn't tell me the descriptions. The contents. Maybe it's got nothing in it. That's entirely possible. Once the magma smelter's going, we'll be producing some stuff that we can turn into armour. That'll be good. I mean, let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact. I know we've already spoken about Warhammer 40k in this stream before we even got before Orchimedes turned up. But let's just remember that the Warhammer orcs and Warhammer 40k orcs especially are brilliant, and the fluff around them is just fantastic. If you haven't read it, it's well worth trying to find a copy of the old codex books for orcs and reading them. I remember the one that me and my mate Base on Mars had in the 1990s was just lovely. Just lovely. It was beautiful. You use I from the main screen to see it. Okay, let's have a little look. What does that mean? I. Removes that. Ah, okay, to see what's in it. Right, I'll get you. I'll get you. No, not I. Is that I? Is that lowercase I? Not I. Q. Okay, sorry, Q. Right, okay, let's try that one again. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. K to look inside a bin, says Plutonium Jesus. Can Plutonium Jesus do the deed? That does look more like it, but not quite. Maybe it's just empty. Could just be empty, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? Indeed, orcs are a lot of fun, but I'd like to read more about Tyranids. I remember finding out about Tyranids by buying Advanced Space Quest. Is it Space Quest, the game? And it had Tyranid warriors in it and stuff like that, and thinking it was the dog's bollocks because I'd just got into the Alien comics, the Xenomorph type comics, and I thought they were fantastic. You can also just click in the area a few times, provided you have DF hack, which I do. I'm fairly certain this is just an empty bin. We haven't got any bars in there, but once we've got somebody who can do some smelting, we're all good. Maybe I should just take a quick trip over to Dwarf Therapist and give someone that thing. Holy shit, we've got a lot of gear in here. Statues. Our workshops are probably filling up, aren't they? You know what? Let's make this another furniture stockpile. PU. We need to start thinking about digging out bedrooms. Now we've actually got some magma stuff being done. That might make sense, right? Let's go to the bedroom floor and start designating some more space. And, for goodness sake, putting in more beds. Here we go. The dormitory can... No, not there. Thank you. Bed. There we go. Good. Looks like we've got a lot. Too many different varieties of bed for me to bother adding up the numbers. So we're just going to keep clicking until they run out. There we go. Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da. How many people can we put in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should have just done 3 times 6. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. What was that? Hello?
He or she who smelt it, dealt it. Confucius.
So true. So true. Those who note the fart are often the creator. Right, let's diggy. They're still not digging out all these bastard gems, are they? Please dig out the bastard gems. Bastard. You're a bloody bastard. Ever since Game of Thrones, that's not been nearly so stingy an insult, has it? Everybody wants to be a bastard these days. I want to be a bastard. So you want to be a bastard? Let's keep going. Let's dig this out. Sorry, the bedroom digging is one of the least exciting things I could possibly be doing, but I think we've had enough excitement so far. You need a calm down period, everybody. You might get friction burns if it gets any more exciting. Let's let things progress at a slightly more sedate pace. What a stammer! That was a biggie suddenly coming out of nowhere. God, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if I suddenly develop a stammer? Intriguing. Right, that's a few more bedrooms. How many doors have we got? Let me just check the count. 61. Let me just refresh and check. 59. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Well, that leads me on a little thought. I think we should go up to here and check to see if anyone's been buried in our graveyard. Burial? Schist coffin? Burial. Let's see. Gotta actually click on it. Schist coffin. Doesn't look like anyone's been buried. Huh. So how did we lose 2 people then? Did they just demigrate or something? Huh. B-D. I'm hoping all those combat sounds are just people killing langurs. That would be nice. That would be lovely, in fact. Right, let's head back down to the entryway. Pause for a second because I've got to catch up with chat. It's jumping in there now. The party has started and everybody's talking to each other and it's becoming quite the mess. Imagine what it'd be like with thousands of people in chat. How do those chats cope? I mean, I saw some of the E3 stuff that they were restreaming and you couldn't have a conversation with anybody in there. It was insane. I mean, it was also just shit tier memes and fucking nonsense and emotes, but whatever. Okay, bedroom simple. Okay, I've been using this layout for bedrooms, says Mercerous. Okay, I'll have a little look. Let me take a peek and see what we got. Oh, alright, okay. Alright, yeah, no, they're just like straight lines. Sure, I could work on that. But for now, we'll stick with what we got. JC Experience says, Osmosis Jones, welcome back to the stream, thanks for joining us, says, Space Quest is indeed a game. It's actually a series. Comedic adventure games from... Oh, God, how could I forget Space Quest? No, I didn't mean Space Quest. I meant the Space Marine version of Hero Quest. Space Quest has one of my favourite game jokes ever. There is a space station in which there's a game shop, and there is a bin of reduced price games, and you look at the games and one of the labels says, now this might not fly so much in the days where we don't have the same acronyms for stuff, but it says this game is available in CGA, EGA, VGA and Tra-Ra-Ra-Boom-GA, and I loved that joke. I mean, born after a certain point in the HDMI era, you're probably not familiar with many of those terms unless you've really done a deep dive on buying a monitor, but hey, I'm not just here for the young'uns, I'm here for the oldies too. Well, the relatively oldies. Those sort of coming up against 40 at high speed. Okay, let's keep looking at chat. Sorry about this. Taking a little bit too long. Where are we going? What was that Hero Quest version of Space Marine thing? I have to try and think about that. The space in the back is for statues and for legendary dwarves. Space in the back of where? You're going to have to remind me of that with a bit of context, because I'm going to forget when you remember it, when you re-mention it, rather. Of course, that only matters if you care about efficiency, and that's not the CRYPTBEARDS way. No. Although we did do a fist-based killing, didn't we? We did mob some people with the fists, so at least tradition has been upheld at the beginning of the fortress, even if we now are acquiring weapons to use. So that's good. Trokul. I remember you told me how to pronounce this, and I have, like some kind of awful bastard, forgotten. So, your copper axe disappeared. You don't have any wood left. Oh, maybe we need to get you a wood-cutting axe or something. Gingy Ginger says, if you love orcs, you should definitely read Squadron Comic. There is a link for it at the bottom of the 1D4 Chan page. Again, you might want to bung that link in Discord because it might disappear off the top of the screen. And I ain't clicking on a 4chan link midstream. No way. Okay, so who else have we got? Of course, I know you found a bunch of cassiterite tin ore. If there's any copper around, you can make some bronze bars for armour and weapons. Right, so we need copper and tin.
I don't have time because I'm going out in the garden.
Okay. Can I get a reminder when we're approaching 3 o'clock, when we're getting close, maybe 5-2 or something, so I can go and do my rocketry little class? Should be fun. Although, again, I don't think we're going to get solid fuel rockets. I think it's just going to be pure air pressure-based stuff. I think the school would probably shy on the side of caution when it comes to blowing children's fingers off.
And on the way back from that, you're going to go and get some pizzas because I can't be asked to cook.
Okay, sure. I'll pop down to Sainsbury's and buy some of the lovely deli There's a recommendation I can make. If you happen to live in the UK, nearest Sainsbury's, don't ever order delivery pizza from anywhere. They will gouge you on the price. Pop down Sainsbury's, go to the deli counter, buy one of the pre-made ones put in the oven. I think they taste nicer, in my personal opinion. But that may just be because I'm a massive cheapy peepee. So, your mileage may vary, but do check it out. Okay, so, cassiterite, tin ore, bronze. We've got Trukul in the audience with a facepalm RIP. Oh dear. Is he doomed, he asks. Or she, sorry, didn't ask. Are they doomed? Maybe, you could be. I don't know if you're even in here at the moment. You might need to get a dwarf named after you for it to happen. Did I ever build a railing/window for safety for the temple level? Come on, Rando, these are dwarves. Have you ever seen the Mines of Moria in the Lord of the Rings movies? See any handrails? No, but I bet if you went down to the bottom, you would see a massive pile of shattered bones and decomposing dwarf flesh. Well, maybe not after that time scale. Maybe the Balrog would have eaten it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of dwarves who died of gravity. Almost certainly. Space Crusade! Mercerous! Yes! That was the game. Mercerous! You've got it, Space Crusade. Space Crusade is an adventure board game produced by Milton Bradley together with Games Workshop and was first made in 1990. While produced in the UK and available in some other countries including Finland, Ireland, France, Spain, Denmark, Australia and New Zealand, it was never sold in North America. In Germany, Italy, Belgium and the Netherlands, it is known as StarQuest. Beautiful. Beautiful. Came with some fantastic Tyranid miniatures that you had to assemble. Had to put the individual 6 arms on. What's the link here? Vector Video Standards. Oh, the VGA joke, yes. Fisted to death indeed. JC Experience. That is a tradition of our fortress. We do fist something to death, usually at the beginning. By fisting, I mean punching. There are still GA standards today. What standards? Oh, I see, graphics that, yes, of course, but they're WXGA and stuff like that. I know those things because when I bought this monitor, probably about nearly 10 years ago now, I spent a lot of time bugging around. And then when I went round old Dead Doberman's house and started playing GTA on his 4K TV, which, by the way, if you've got a 1070 in your PC, I fucking recommend you do, because in 4K, GTA 5 is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, be a hero to school children and bring a bucket of hydrazine. Yeah, plutonium Jesus. That would be fun, but I don't want to be the one responsible for toddler pate. Actually, they're all too old to be toddlers. For young school child pate being scraped off the school walls. It seems like a bad risk. Quite the gamble, you know. Anyway, maybe alcohol rockets, 90% ethanol rubbing alcohol, pour some in a 2-litre bottle, shake out the excess and get some air in, barbecue igniter spark will launch it. They might be making that I'm not sure. I think they're going to take a dim look of me turning up and going, that's not a fucking rocket. I'll show you how to make a fucking rocket. Here is some alcohol. Here we go. Look at this. Boom. Way up in the sky. Fucking brilliant. I don't think they're going to enjoy that, especially the swearing. That's going to really put them off. Most of the children in that class are 5 or 6 years old. It's going to be a bit rough if I start dropping the F-bombs. The Big G, of course. There's a nice little callback. Back to the days of Dark Souls. In the days of Dark Souls. Okay, so a 3-litre war bottle, an air pump, and a lot of patience can make a really powerful rocket in my meagre experience. Mercerus, I think that's what we're going to be doing. I myself have built sugar solid fuel rockets by melting sugar and sodium, actually, I probably shouldn't tell you the ingredients. I did it before. Go back through my entire backlog of videos and you'll know how to make snake bombs and sugar rockets. But I'm not telling you now because, frankly, I think I'll get banned if I do. Oh, the kids would love the swearing osmosis. The kids would love it. I think the teachers might be a little bit of a dim view. Anyway, where were we? I can't sit here staring at chat for hours. What have I forgotten to do? I went in to look at chat and I had something on my plate to do, and now I've spoken to you all. I've forgotten entirely what it was about. Was I supposed to jump back on something? We got Space Crusade. Did I ever build No? Okay, we're good. We're good. Is YouTube recording? Yes, YouTube is recording. Don't you worry, Rando. They've recorded 16 minutes and 13 seconds up to that juncture. So it's all exciting. Very exciting indeed. So, okay, I think, can we unpause? Let's unpause. Let's unpause and let things go on. And quickly check the combat reports to make those sounds of swords are actually from langurs, because I don't... Is the llama fighting a langur? Llama Langer combat. Doom. How do I enter? No recent announcements. Too far away. Too far away for any of this carry on. How about you? There we go. I should be feeling ferocious right now. Feel the ferocious heat. There's a joke. There's a podcast. I'm going to recommend some podcasts. Even if you don't like football or soccer, as it's known in America, there's a podcast called Athletico Mints with a comedian on it called Bob Mortimer, who I really like. Even if you know nothing about it, it's funny. Enjoy the South African holiday stories, the Scottish songs, and I think it's Peter Beardsley's letters to Bob. Beautiful. I love a chicken wrapney. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. I'll give you some other recommendations down the line when I think of them. Adam Buxton's podcast is pretty good as well. So, what's going on? What was I up to? The military seems to be ticking along nicely. Maybe I should have a quick review of their prowess. Let's go back to Dwarf Therapist briefly. Let's go briefly to Dwarf Therapist and take a look at how good these military boys are. Military men, show me your muscles. Not like that. No, stop. No, I didn't mean it like that. Leave me alone. Ah! Sorry. I took that to a dark place, didn't I? Let's have a little look at who's in the military. We've got the Brass Waters, 7 people. 1 who's good with an axe, competent at least, and 1 who is good with a sword, competent at least. Oh, we didn't buy that sword in the end, didn't he? He's probably just... No wonder he's rusty. He's not had anything to train with. Okay, so our military boys are not progressing too well, although this lad's getting to be a skilled dodger, and this guy's getting to be a skilled fighter, so hooray for that? Yes, hooray for that. Let's go back to Dwarf Fortress. Why not? Why not? Why be distracted by the therapist? We don't need to. Well, we haven't got anyone to make any ballistae, so the ballista room, or should I say ballista rooms, a plural, are still open for use. We'll see what happens. Are you still alive, Osmosis Jones? Yes, you must have seen there in chat, yes. Does anybody want to claim a dwarf while we're still talking about it? You can pipe up in chat and let me know, and hopefully I'll get to do it before the end of the stream, because we are at 10 to 3, and I have to leave... I should be stopping soon, actually. How long have we recorded? 18, 19 minutes? We'll let it roll on just a shade longer, and then we'll see what happens. A shade longer, even. Puns. Okay, so what are we building with our smeltery? Nothing, because it hasn't been built yet. Bloody hell. Right, is this furniture room filling up? Not too fast. It's doing okay, though. It's getting there. We've got lots of bins, barrels, tables, statues. Maybe I'll whack some more statues in the temple? We got any more alcoves? No. We are bereft of alcoves. We have none. What about the military justice zone? Welcome to the justice zone. This is where our prisoner lives, and whenever we get a prisoner, they go over the edge. Whee! whee, all the way down, whee, past the temple, whee, oh no, I can see lava, splash, and then that's it. Well, maybe that's not it. It might be more of a splash, hiss, sizzle, gloop, as all the gas escaping from their sinking body comes up to the surface in a bubble. Oh, I thought too much about being consumed by lava. You can tell that from the way I talk. You can tell by the way I use my talk. I think about lava a lot. Lava a lot. Okay, no more Bee Gees songs for the scoundrel. I'm bad at them. Let's face it, I'm bad at all songs. Did we make hives in the end? We got some hives to place. Bee hives. Hives. A hive. Alt-H. Nope, we have no hives. I didn't build them. Or at least the order hasn't been completed. I can't speak anymore. My voice box is falling apart. I was a jeweller, you remember, Trakul. Oh, Trakul, we may well have advanced to new uncharted territories. I think, if we look over at Dwarf Therapist quickly, you are long dead in a fortress of legend. The surviving 7... Oh no, sorry, is there more namies now? Let's take a look at... how's a nickname? We've got 8 namies, none of which are you at the moment. Would you care to claim a dwarf, Trakul? Would you care to? You can. It's all right. You're welcome. Is Ginger still alive? Ginger, let's check. You are still alive, and you are also one of our finest military dwarves. Well done. I salute thee. Well done. No, the jewellers... we haven't got a jeweller at the moment, so if you want to grab one... Actually, have we had anyone arrive who's a good jeweller? Gem... setting? Anyone here? Look at this. You're pretty good at that, aren't you? What's your role? The mayor is a very good jeweller. Okay, that's good to know. The current mayor, because I think he wasn't the mayor before, was he? Someone else was mayor. Meh. Would you like this guy? Would you like Etta? Would you like to be the mayor, Trakul? There you go, you can be the mayor. Here we go. I'm going to capitalise your name. Trocoul. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I'll do my best to get it right when I know. Should I be pronouncing that with some kind of French emphasis or accent? I don't know. I don't know. I am completely out of it. So, Rando303 says, siege projectiles are surprisingly non-lethal. Liaisons/children do not avoid standing in front of a firing ballista. For fuck's sake. Come on, dwarves. What idiots. Woot says, Ginger. Well done. And Trakul says, yes, make me a gem cutter. Right, we're all on board. We've all got it done. Trakul's in here, right? There he is, Mayor Trakul. Get gem cutting. In fact, let's quickly head down to the area and set some orders. Actually, there's an auto cut gems, isn't there? Is that in the workshop profile? Actually, Trakul, I'm going to make this your workshop. You're going to be the only person allowed to touch this. So let's go through. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Still in the Dwarf Therapist, of course. There we go, we're back. Yes, it's a French word game which pronounced like trop cool, meaning too cool. Ah, yeah, I know the one. I think I've heard that phrase, along with, was it Grüß dich? No, that's German. What was the one we were always told was like the cool way to say hi? You know when you get a foreign language textbook and they've got all the pictures and it shows a group of kids going, rather than saying just bonjour, you can say, what was it? God, I can't remember now. It was supposed to be like, hey, cool, but I can't remember it now. So we'll get back to that another day. Anyway, let's find the guy to make